Hey everyone, John here! And there's something very cool you can do with multiple GameCubes. You can put one on this hand, and one on this hand, and suddenly you're the ultimate fighting champion. Put some on your feet, put some on your tongue if you've got a strong tongue. But while fighting with GameCubes is one thing you can do, another thing you can do is link them together via the broadband adapter. This would allow games like Mario Kart Double Dash, 1080 Avalanche, Kirby Air Ride, and Phantasy Star Online to play with multiple GameCubes. So in Mario Kart Double Dash, you can link 8 GameCubes together, technically get 16 player if 2 controllers are plugged in with the co-op action going on, and every player would get their own screen, which is totally rad. Of course, it's very situational and very expensive. You'll be looking at 8 different TVs, 8 different GameCubes, and maybe the most expensive part, 8 different broadband adapters. These weren't even sold everywhere in the world, so import costs have to be considered as well. These things are very beefy in price. But this all changed recently with the ETH to GC. This is a third-party broadband adapter. It's absolutely tiny and very, very cheap. Most importantly, this does not plug into the usual SP1 slot on the bottom of your GameCube where the broadband adapter usually goes, and instead utilizes SP2, this one right here. This allows this to be far, far smaller in size. And the way it's accessed is a little bit different too, as it needs Swiss. This is technically emulating the broadband adapter, so it's not just a plug-and-play thing. There's a little bit of tinkering, but we're talking very minor stuff. As long as you can boot Swiss, which is as easy as accessing a hacked save file, you are in and you can use this to your heart's content. But I wasn't content with just this. It's very cool that to get my GameCube online, all I have to do is that, and now it's Ethernet ready. But I want to use what I already have. And what I already have is all the other Nintendo consoles. We've got a GameCube, a Wii, and a Wii U lying around, which are all backwards compatible with the GameCube. In the GameCube's case, it is a GameCube. Now, you might be thinking, Wii U? Is this thing compatible with the GameCube? And yeah, absolutely. I mean, this thing is a Wii, and the Wii is also a GameCube, and that all transfers to the Wii U. The only thing the Wii U can't do is read GameCube discs. It just spits them right back out. And using Nintendo, you can run GameCube games off your SD card and have full GameCube compatibility. But we're also going to use Nintendo for the Wii, and why would we do that? Well, Nintendo has something very cool pre-installed, and that is broadband adapter emulation. This allows the Wii and Wii U to tap into their internet and pretend to be the broadband adapter, so all GameCube broadband adapter games will suddenly just work on Wii and Wii U, and that is incredibly cool. And the coolest part is, considering they're all on the same network, Wii U, and GameCube will find each other in these LAN games and just act like 3 different GameCubes. So this is the easiest, the cheapest, and most convenient way to do LAN play on the GameCube. So let's check this thing out. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. I had a problem, fellas, where I'd go to the shop every week and end up wasting a bunch of ingredients. Well, no more with HelloFresh. They send you the exact quantity you need for every meal, so no more wasted food or certain ingredients expiring before others. It is as simple as can be. With over 45 recipes, meal planning is as simple as ever, while still offering a ton of variety. If you're busy playing across a GameCube, a Wii, and a Wii U and have very little time to cook, HelloFresh's line of quick and easy meals can take as little as 20 minutes to prepare. No more stressing, lots more pressing buttons. As a father of 2 and a husband of 1, having everything laid out for us to prepare and enjoy together alleviates so much stress and creates valuable family bonding moments. Click the link in the description or use my code GVGMAY10 and get 10 free meals plus free dessert for life while subscription is active. Thanks again to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. So just to reiterate the setup a little bit, the GameCube has ETH to GC with an Ethernet cable plugged in. We boot that via Swiss. The Wii is likewise connected via Ethernet. There's a USB to Ethernet adapter right over here, and we use the Homebrew channel and Nintendo to boot into the game. But first, make sure broadband adapter emulation is turned on. This will take your internet connection and put it into GameCube games. The Wii U is very, very similar. You go into Wii mode, you go into Homebrew, you go into Nintendo, make sure broadband adapter is turned on. Now you can install a universal Nintendo app on the Wii U. It does still boot into Wii mode, but it allows you to use the gamepad as a controller, and that's very convenient. However, for some reason, I couldn't get the internet to work with this. Broadband adapter is toggled on, but still it will not find anything. So we're using regular Wii mode without these gamepad controls. And here we go! Everything is seemingly connected, right? Let's try syncing them. Heck yeah. What's funny about using Nintendo on the Wii and Wii U is it's so fast in its broadband adapter emulation that it just goes past the setup process, whereas GameCube has to wait a tiny bit just to prepare the broadband adapter, whereas Wii and Wii U are like, no, we're searching now or never. But as long as you're all set up on the same network and connected to the same IP, you will connect immediately. There's barely any wait, and suddenly we have Mario Kart Double Dash LAN across GameCube, Wii, and Wii U. And there's no need for a third TV because the Wii U is the third TV. If you've never seen this LAN menu before, I'm sure you're not the only one. It's actually quite restrictive. I mean, you can decide whether you're playing a race or a battle and what the track is, and interestingly there's also a lap limit. You can make it 9 laps if you want to, or 2 laps, just whatever you want to do. But you can't select your character, which might make sense considering if there were 8 players, there's a lot of icons just moving around the screen, so it just gives you what it wants to give you. There's no actual customization in your character choice, but it's hard to complain when things are this cool. Some have said that using wireless on Wii and Wii U can make things quite laggy. Considering my setup, I can only do wired, so I can't test wireless, but wired is absolutely perfect. It was a lot of fun playing with my wife and my son. Look at him go. Oh no. He hates the Wii U. I haven't raised him on Game & Wario, I'm sorry, he doesn't know any better. If I wanted to, I could easily find just 5 more Wiis, and then connect them all together for an 8-player LAN. Get 16 people, that's the hardest part, plug in 2 GameCube controllers in every single system, and have a 16-player bonanza. So that's 8 players driving carts, and a second player controlling the other one who fires items. It would be nuts. But it doesn't stop at just Wii, Wii U, and GameCube. Whoa! Here comes a new challenger! Dolphin. By just configuring on the broadband adapter in the settings, suddenly this is part of your local network and can join in with real hardware, GameCube, Wii, and Wii U, to play LAN. So we've got 4 different systems, PC, GameCube, Wii, and Wii U all playing together. Man, was not meant to have this power. My capture card with the Wii and Dolphin, they can just share the same TV, that's fine. Squeeze in, fellas. But Double Dash was not the only game that supported LAN. Another really cool one is Kirby Air Ride, and I think this one really shines in City Trial. If you set up correctly, there's no screen peeking, so it's just a very personal experience of building yourself and trying to make yourself stronger and attack the other person until eventually you come victorious in both stats and aggression. And you know, it's just nice to be able to see everything without squinting into a corner of the screen. But there is, of course, another big guy to consider, and that is Phantasy Star Online. And we're not talking LAN with this one, this is actual online play through the GameCube. So let's make 3 players. We've got John GC, John Wii, and John Wii U. Can they all connect to each other and coexist in the same server and play together? And the answer to that is... hell yeah. We even made a friend! I like this guy. The coolest part of all of this is I'm playing Phantasy Star Online on a Wednesday at like 11 AM, and we found another person immediately. Like, I'm not the only person in this server right now, and that's bonkers. Phantasy Star Online also has crossplay with PC and Dreamcast and Xbox, which is nuts as well, and maybe something we'll explore a bit more in the future. But right now, we've got 3 different platforms playing together in unison. It's a little bit tricky to control all these guys on my own, but look, I'm attempting it. Oh, we're all dead. Apart from the Wii U. He's just chilling in the corner. We only gone and done did it. The Wii U, and the GameCube connected to each other, playing games in perfect harmony. I dropped my Wii. I would have been holding a PC then too, but that would have gone far worse than just dropping the Wii. I've never done this before. I'm pretty sure I've never seen a GameCube actually using LAN. And so it's just kind of wild seeing these Double Dash menus. A game I've played my whole life. I've never seen this menu before. And you know what? I bet a lot of you've never seen the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe wireless menu either, with its own music, so have a little listen to this. Hi! That's kind of wild, huh? I mean, like, getting Mario Kart 8 on wireless is much easier than Double Dash LAN, but it's still just crazy to see this stuff. And now, you yourself can gallivant away and play these GameCube games via LAN, or in the case of Phantasy Star Online, which is just ridiculous. And given there's like 100 million Wiis out there, and they're usually fairly affordable, you no longer have to spend thousands to do this. The broadband adapter is included in the Wii and Wii U, and if you want to get your GameCube online just to get that authenticity, that doesn't cost much either. The ATH2 GC is a very cheap product, and while you do have to go through Swiss, like, that's no biggie. I go through Swiss anyway to just force on 480p for my game, so nothing changes. And it just makes GameCube, Wii, and Wii U more interconnected. It almost feels like cross-platform, even though it's technically the same platform. But yeah, I think this is just so damn cool. Anyway, thank you for watching all the way through, and because you watched all the way until the end, it is hot take time. And this hot take today is actually a fairly cold take. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, as great of a game as it is, when you play with more than 2 players on a local system, whether it's 3 or 4, the frame rate halves to 30 FPS. And I think most people, like your average person, if you just go on the streets and say, like, can you recognize the difference between 30 and 60, they'll say, what are you talking about? But anyone can tell the difference between Mario Kart 8 in 2-player and 4-player is a drastic difference. It feels like you're driving through mud. So my hot take is the next Mario Kart needs to iron that out. It needs to run a constant 60 no matter the player count. Because, of course, you can get together with 8 wireless systems and play locally that way and get 60 FPS, and that's cool. But few people do that. And I would love to see just a rock-solid 60 FPS no matter what. And, you know, the new system sounding beefy, I think it probably could achieve it. In fact, I think Double Dash achieved it on the GameCube with 4 players. So it doesn't make a huge difference to performance having all these different setups. But, you know, having your own full screen and LAN is always cool. But yeah, very, very cold take today. My take is just I hope that the next game is 60 FPS all the time. No one's going to disagree with that, I hope. I don't know, maybe someone will. Maybe someone feels the more players you have, the slower it should feel. Makes it feel like more of a monumentous occasion. Do you exist, person? I don't know. Anyway, I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.